In this episode, I want to share with you why getting rejection is actually a gift. Thank you for tuning in. My name is 𝓡𝓁 and I'm a psychological counselor and also a mountain bike coach. And I run this YouTube channel, Write and Inspire, because I want to share with you the things that have made my life a much better life, a much more, a deeper life, and how this transfers to writing as well. And sometimes when I'm out writing, then I get these kind of flashes of ideas thinking, hey, this totally relates to how I live life. And the same happens when something in life happens to me, and then I say, oh, that's why this and this is causing trouble when I'm writing. And that's why I want to share this on this channel, because everything in life is connected, everything. And that is something, once we understand that, I think life just becomes so much deeper, everything in life. And today I'd like to share something that, these are 2 or 3 situations that have happened to me lately. And I'm not going to say names or anything, but I want to share what I have learned from them and how you can profit from these as well. Because anger is such a horrible feeling, and sadness is just not a nice feeling. And the more we start to understand these things and start to live according these principles that I'm sharing in this video, the less anger and fear and sadness and resentment we will feel. And this will make our lives, so your life and my life, just much more valuable. So this is what happened. I was blocked on Instagram. I know this is like, oh, well, wow, Instagram, but still, a person blocked me who actually nothing before happened. So I was talking with her over years and everything was good, and out of the blue she blocks me. And so I asked her, I'm like, why? Well, not over there because I can't contact her. I sent her a message and it's like, hey, what went wrong? Why did you block me? And a lot of people who I told this to, they started saying, who the hell does she think she is? And why aren't you mad at her? And why, I mean, you must be mad and you must be sad. And I was like, no, actually, I'm not. I'm just curious to know why she blocked me and what happened. Because, and here's the why I'm not mad and I'm not sad, because I think, for one thing, it's her decision to block me. And I don't know what's going on in her head. And our brain always starts to dramatize. So my brain wants to say, oh my God, she doesn't like you, you must be horrible, and everyone doesn't like you, and she doesn't like you because blah, 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 blah. So my brain might want to start to over-dramatize the situation, but I have no idea why she blocked me, and I have no idea what is going on in her. So if I allow these thoughts, then I am actually making myself sad, because these thoughts will create the feelings, and then I am making myself sad. It's not her. And that is one of the most important lessons in life, that our thoughts create our emotions, and it's not the other person. So whatever happens, even if I am being blocked for no reason, it's not that person making me sad or angry, it's myself, because it's my thoughts creating my emotions, and I can influence these thoughts. And that's the first step. I was like, no, I'm not going to over-dramatize this, because I have no idea why she blocked me. So I'm going to try to find out by reaching out to her and asking her. She didn't answer, even though I sent her a text message, and I was like, okay, that's totally okay, because if the only thing I can influence is what I do, and if I am acting according to my values, and if I am acting according to the values that I would like to receive from the outside. So I asked myself, did I do anything wrong? And I asked her as well in the message, if I did anything wrong, I'd like to apologize, because I would like to learn from it. And that's why getting rejection or being blocked is such a gift, because you can start to question yourself and think, did I do anything wrong? Did I maybe not act according to my values? And I started to to think, and I didn't find anything. So I was able to let it go. And I was like, okay, I didn't, so it's not my, in German I call it Baustelle, which means it's not my building site. So this is not where I have to go looking, it's where the other person has to go looking. And this is also something that I really want to emphasize. If someone is giving you hate, if someone is giving you rejection or is blocking you, whether it's on social media or in real life, if someone is bullying you, it's not your fault. You're not the one to blame. It's just like if there's a school shooting, you don't say the person who was shot is the person to blame, right? You say the person with the gun is the person to blame. And that's exactly what's happening if someone is bullying you or giving you rejection. It's their problem, not yours. And we start to look here when we're being attacked. But we're just the trigger. We're triggering something that is already in the person. And that's the next point, which is such a life changer. If I am getting angry, if I am hurt, it's not that person, it's the trigger that was already inside of me. And that person is just triggering that, because the life on the outside is just a reflection of what we already have in the inside. So what I trigger in others is what they are already carrying inside themselves. So I am triggering their inside reality. And if I am angry, then I am being triggered by them. But it's something I already carry inside of myself. And that's a life changer, because we really start to take the responsibility for our feelings. We know that we create our own reality, and the people making us angry, making us sad, they are not the person doing it. We are, because we are thinking and then creating the feelings. I hope you get the difference. There's a very powerful quote which says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And that is something, once you really start not only to understand that, but to feel this and to implement this in your life, what makes a difference. Because if someone is treating you to make you feel inferior, it's not true until you allow it. And if someone is blocking me and saying, she's whatever, it's not true until I agree. Until I say, okay, I'm really inferior, but then I'm making myself inferior. And that's why all these situations are such a gift, because only because they happen, we can start to look at these triggers. We can start to think, there's something there that I would like to look at and to let go, to release. And that's when true calm and true happiness starts really taking over in your life, when you are not looking on the outside and trying to reduce the triggers on the outside, but trying to reduce the triggers in the inside. And that's why every time I receive anger or I receive resentment, I'm actually thankful for it, because it gives me the opportunity to react with love to hate, because that's the challenge, right? Life will always give you these challenges. And if you always receive love, then reacting with love is easy, right? But if you're receiving hate and resentment, reacting with love, that's the challenge. And these challenges is what make us grow. When you go to the gym and you always just take 1 pound, or in German or Europe, 1 kilogram, and you take the dumbbell, that muscle's not going to grow. You have to keep increasing the load. And that's what life does to you and to me. It increases the load in order to allow us to grow and to leave this world in the best version we could ever imagine we could become. And every time these nudges come, hate, resentment, whatever it is, they are just there to make you grow and to make me grow and to make all of us grow. And as I said, if you're being blocked, You're not being blocked because something you did, unless obviously you did something. And then it's also an opportunity because you can think, okay, I didn't act according to my values, so I learn from it and you grow. And if there's nothing you did, then it's just clear that it's their trigger that I nudged. And it's not my fault. And there's nothing I should worry about. Yeah, that was something I really wanted to share because a few years ago, I would have been angry, I would have beaten myself up, and understanding these principles and really implementing them into my life has made a huge difference in how I live my life, how I treat others, how much love I am able to give others and also myself, and that's where everything starts. If you can't love and accept yourself the way you are with all your little flaws that make you you, you can't give out love because you can only love the amount you love yourself to the outside. You can only send the amount of love you send inside to the outside. And that's really the big blessing about getting resentment or hate, because as long as it's hitting triggers, as long as you're sad, as long as you're angry, that's where you need to be working on those triggers, not on reducing the triggers from the outside. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Oh, how this links to writing. Yeah, okay, how this links to writing. Big thing. And the other day I was writing and I was starting to become angry about this one skill that I really didn't master. And when I was mastering the skill, when I was practicing the skill and it just didn't work and I started to get angry and started to beat myself up about it, I was like, why am I blaming the skill? Why am I blaming this terrain right now? Why am I not looking in the inside? And why is this making me angry? Why is this making me sad? And then I started to notice, because I am linking my self-worthiness to mastering the skill. Because I said, if I can't do this, what kind of coach am I? So I started to link my self-worthiness to the skill. And obviously then, if I didn't master the skill, this meant that I'm a bad coach, which is BS. Because being a coach is much more than just writing good. Being a coach is being able to help the client, to feel empathy for the client's situation and to find a solution for my client. And even if I can't master a specific skill, so if you're a coach and you're beating yourself up because you can't master a specific skill, then don't teach this skill, but it doesn't make you a bad coach. And this linking, so if something is making you angry because you can't do it, question yourself, am I linking my self-worthiness to the fulfillment of this skill? And if yes, then why? Why do you deserve that? This was a long video, but I think it's a very important one. And I would love to know how you like it. Comment below. If you would like to support my channel without ads, then do buy me a coffee. The buy me a coffee link is also below. And I also have a Patreon channel. On my Patreon channel, I have a Patreon channel where you can become a patron to support me in order to actually also decide what content I bring, because on my Patreon channel I will ask you much more what kind of content you would like to see. The link is also below in the description. Thanks for watching.